Hello everyone, it's Cherry. Before this video starts, I ended up deciding for a Sword and Shield Wi-Fi league I'm in. Yes, Wi-Fi, Sword and Shield. I decided now that I'm probably not going to do a movie format, and I'm probably just going to upload my games whenever I can because I just finished moving. I don't know if you can hear my window AC, but that's a new thing now. So I just finished moving. I'm still setting up my room. I'm still getting everything together. However, I just wanted to put this in the beginning because I already had a team builder and a matchup analysis recorded prior to me saying this right now. So I'm just going to plug this in at the start and enjoy week 1 versus Josh. Hey guys, it's Cherry here coming at you guys with another league. And this time, as you can maybe tell by the Steelix and the Guzzlord and the Excelgor, we are doing Gen 8, but not just any original Gen 8. We're doing Gen 8 Wi-Fi, aka the last gen where I feel like I played really well. Key things that I remember about Gen 8 is ICP, the league that I won, IBA, where I got to finals. I had to play JV twice in 1 week. Yes, JV twice in 1 week. It was exhausting. And even then, that wasn't enough to get into CGT. But even with CGT, I made it to the top 4, I believe. J. Ricky beat me and then had to play finals. And I think he lost there. But, in any case, I remember doing pretty well towards the end of the gen. So we wanted to go back there. I saw that SDA was hosting Sword and Shield Wi-Fi, and I said I had to be there for it. As some may or may not know, I'm actually the reigning champion of SDA. So, a combination of holding my crown as well as doing something in a gen that I really, really loved. So I don't know if I'm going to do a movie format or if I'm going to be uploading weekly. If you see the video length and it is past 30 minutes, then it is a movie. And if it is less than or at 30 minutes, I'm going to be uploading weekly. So you can look forward to whichever one that is. But I just wanted to give off and show off a little bit of my team. I kind of wanted to go more of like bulky offense leaning like HO. The reason is I kind of don't want to revert back to my ways of playing more balance in Gen 8 because I'm still actively playing in Gen 9. So I don't want to go from Gen 8 balance and do all that and then go back to Gen 9 and be like, whoa, I can't make 5,000 switches and click toxic and whatever. And from my builds, you'll probably see it, but I still wanted to have a good defensive core and backbone, and I still wanted a team that could be versatile at whatever it does. Like, if I wanted to bring balance 1 week, I want my team to do that. If I want to bring HO, I want my team to do that. If I want to bring bulky offense, I want my team to do that. I want my team to have different angles, and I think that's what makes Gen 8 great and what makes a good team in Gen 8, having that versatility to switch between different modes of offense, whether it be hyper offense or balance or anything in between. This is in order of points. It's not in order of picks. So I got Garchomp round 1, and then I think I got Weavile round 2, and so Rotom Wash round 3, and then yada yada yada. I really like this team. I like how it looks. I'm a little scared of like Blaziken and Weavile, only because the last time I used Weavile was back in Gen 7 and I hated it. But in Gen 7, I was more of a balanced player. Last time I lose Speeds Boost Blaziken was in YCL for 1 week in Gen 8, and I hated it, like I said, because I was more of a balanced player, and that didn't really fit my play style. But from playing in Gen 9 and being exposed to more offensive routes, I feel like I can make mons like that work in combination with Garchomp, which is the epitome of bulky offense, and Rotom Wash, that's kind of balancy, but it can lean into those modes. It wouldn't be me if I wasn't inspired by J. Ricky, who I actually met in Gen 8 and drafted Healing Wish, because I feel like I want that still. I want that kind of idea. And I still want Encore. I still want Taunt. I still want some of those things that in Gen 8 were important, but Gen 9 it's more and more important. I still wanted some of those key aspects. And I'm using, shout out Addison, I'm using the Gaze for Guz logo. So, of course, I had to draft Guzzlord because that's the homie, that's the mascot. I have to do it. But enough of yapping, enough about the team. I want to kind of combine this into like a little talk about the team, and then my week 1 matchup, and then my team that I'm going to be bringing into my week 1. So without further ado, this is the matchup for my week 1. I play against Josh. His team, I don't want to say is scary. It's like there are key things about his team that are really scary. Number 1, look at all of my mons, look at Kartana. Yeah, exactly. Kartana comes in. It could be Life Orb, it could be Banded. It can even maybe be Scarf. It can come in, click a move, something dies. The only thing that doesn't die is Steelix. But what makes this team or matchup a little bit awkward is while Steelix can come in and take maybe 40% from like a Life Orb, Sacred Sword, and even less from its other coverage options, it doesn't do anything to bulky Zapdos other than click Toxic. Like Stone Edge, it's doing 35%. I'm not getting a lot of value off of that. God forbid Zygarde comes in. The most I'm doing to that is clicking Ice Fang, and I have to get a read on that. Otherwise, I'm getting Toxic and I'm getting whittled down. So because of Cart and how much offensive pressure it applies, and even Alakazam, I think Alakazam is really threatening to my team, and I find that to be a little bit of an issue. Between like Psychic D-Gleam, my Dark type can't really deal with it, and with the coverage, it gets like Energy Ball and Shadow Ball and things like that. It's a problem. Um, and Loki, like, I don't want to say I'm scared of Butterfree, but I don't really have a lot of counterplay to Butterfree. So like, if it comes, I gotta chip it, maybe get rocks up or something, and like Ice Shard and pray. Hopefully Butterfree doesn't come. I'm not scared of it. I'm just like, let's just pray. But otherwise, Slurpuff could be like a niche, like little threat per se, but I feel like I can maybe have routes to that, and then yeah. So annoying things about the team is definitely Zapdos. Definitely like Seismitoad, I think is really annoying. I think this is the worst Glow-King matchup ever to man. If I see a Glow-King on my screen, I'm gonna be so confused. But anyway, Zygarde's also really annoying. Yada yada yada. But enough of that. Enough about looking at what is really threatening to me. What is threatening on my end to them, I definitely think is at the start, I thought it was Gengar because you look at their team, they have no Ghost Resist. Gengar clicks Shadow Ball for days. But I did a couple self mocks. I mocked my friend Thomas, shout out Thomas, and I realized that even though they don't have a resist, Zapdos can take maybe 35% from a Shadow Ball. Zygarde is taking barely anything and it's starting me out. And I'm not really forcing progress as much as I liked. So honestly, by like week 3, I'm calling it now. I might be dropping Gengar for something else that I saw, but we won't really get into that. I don't want to do it now because it's week 1, but you know, stay tuned. But besides that, Garchomp looks great into this team. If I get an SD up, I don't really know what they do. An SD and a Scale Shot, I don't really know what they do. I kind of just win. Easier said than done. I think Weavile can do a good job in poking, baiting in that like Heatran if it comes. I think Heatran's matchup is also not good either. But, you know, if it comes, doing that and yada yada. But with that, I'm going to get into what I'm bringing, and I'm going to do something different compared to LGA. LGA, I kind of went through the whole thing, the whole team in a Poke Pace, but instead, I'm going to go through lead, win condition idea, and maybe like mid game. Why am I doing this? 1, to help myself, and 2, maybe to help other people that are maybe watching this. Sorry, this part is going to be long. The first week is going to be the longest team builder always. After that, things are going to get a little shorter. But I want to go through my team and really go through like everything that I'm thinking. Here's the 6 that I'm bringing. Yes, I talked about how they don't have a Gengar resist. It's Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball click. Why? Where is it? Where's the Gengar? Like I said, they don't have a Shadow Ball resist or immunity, but Gengar Shadow Ball is just so weak until their Zygarde, until their Zapdos, into a lot of what they can potentially do. So instead, we're going more of a HO route, and that's why I was talking about my draft analysis. I want my team to be able to go through different kind of offenses, right? So for our dedicated lead, we have Excelgor, 5-point Excelgor in 10 mon format. I can see it in 8-mon format being like 5 points. Because it is kind of that budget spike setter, budget encore mon, yada yada. But 10 or 5 points in 10 to 11 mon is absolutely absurd. But we have Excelgor here. Speed is for Alakazam. The job of Excelgor is to lead, get up a spike, knock off a Seismitoad, maybe. And it's honestly, its job is to weaken things down. The Pokemon order is in terms of win condition. So you see that Diancie is at the end. So Excelgor, his job is to maybe get rid of some items, maybe toxic like a Zapdos pivot, or maybe like if Zygarde's trying to get cheeky, do something like that, and weaken things down for Diancie. Diancie is the win condition, and you'll see what I mean by that in a minute. We have Encore for if they decide to lead like Seismitoad and they don't want to scout for like Giga Drain, maybe get Rocks up. I can Encore that into Rocks and like get a Toxic off, get a Knockoff off, and yada yada. It's also great for Slurpuff lead if they want to get webs up. I can Encore them into that, and then get more out of my Excelgor. And then, like I said, Toxic and Spikes is there. Knockoff is just get rid of items and yada yada. Now, my win condition here is Diancie. I kind of went through, like, I was thinking, like, Scarf Gengar in-game because Shadow Ball / Hex was really, really free. But I ran into the issue of webs. I initially wasn't really thinking about webs. I honestly forgot Slurpuff got webs. But like I said, shout out to my friend Thomas for bringing, like, web Slurpuff and reminding me all of what Gen 8 has to offer. But we have Trick Room Diancie. I feel like, yes, their team is slow, but my mode can be slower. And I think Diancie, when it has the speed, threatens a lot. After, I believe it's 2 spikes, Kartana dies to an Earth Power from Diancie. And that's not after a Meteor Beam boost, just raw Earth Power. If I can chip down Heatran if it comes for some reason by like 30%, which is 1 knockoff or 1 low kick from Weavile, Heatran's already in range of Diancie. Like, getting that chip and baiting those mons in is going to be what enables Diancie in order to win this game. Next, we have kind of like my mid game. My mid game, I'm looking at Garchomp. I feel like depending on what dies, 9 times out of 10, once Excelgor dies, I'm going to be going into Garchomp. It honestly depends on what's in front of me. I feel like Zapdos is going to be in front of me in terms of, like, you know, after I die, because Excelgor doesn't really do a lot to Zapdos. So on Zapdos, depending on how low it is, which it should be very high health, my plan is to just go into Garchomp and just click SD. They kind of don't really prevent that at all. Their play to that is clicking Hurricane and getting a Confusion, which their odds of landing Hurricane and getting a Confusion are pretty low. I'm saying that now, knock on wood. But my plan is to break with this, get off an SD maybe. If they don't have a Bulu, or God forbid they're like not air balloon Slurpuff like Thomas brought, then I can go 1-for-1 with something and go from there. Weavile, Boots the movie. Yes, I don't have a Rotom, and God forbid I'm clicking default with Blaziken, so we're running Boots. I cannot deal with these webs if they come, God forbid. But Weavile here, its job is to lure in something like Seismitoad and Heatran. That's really it. Get a knockoff off, get a low kick off, chip those mons. Crash is nice for like Zapdos if it decides to stay in on me, which it never should. And Ice Shard is just great for like maybe +1 Zygarde, Revenge Get. I live in E-Speed after +1, so I'm not really worried about what Zygarde can really do. If it's Yachi, that could be really annoying, but I feel like with what I have, I can maybe like knock it off or maybe put it low enough to where that's not really a problem. And worst case, I'm putting it in range of Diancie, which is the whole point. Next, we have Blaziken. Blaziken is my, do we call it a soft check to Kartana? Blaziken is my soft check to Kartana. Even though if they are banded and they click Psycho Cut, I'm dead. Or if they are like banded Sacred Sword, I'm taking 93%. But regardless, Blaziken's job is to come in on Kartana. Throwing it out with a vacuum wave. I'm fully expecting them to go like Zapdos to scout for said vacuum wave. That's what I would do. And then from there, I can get off a flamethrower, chip it down, or knock it off. The job of Blaziken is, like I said, to bring in that Zapdos or bring in that Zygarde. Those, if I can bring in Zapdos, and barring they're not Volt Switch, which I doubt they run Volt Switch into me, I feel like U-Turn is more consistent. I have a Garchomp and a Steelix, so I don't think you run Volt. But barring Volt Switch Zapdos, U-Turn actually doesn't kill me after a Banded Sacred Sword from Kartana. So if they want to click U-Turn on me to try and not stay in, they would actually take more chip on something. So, you know, it's nice. The speed on Blaziken is to outpace an Alakazam after +1. Oh, and I didn't go over the speed. Speed here is for Zapdos, and speed here is for Alakazam. But yeah, speed here is to outpace Alakazam after a +1. Flamethrower is not nearly doing a lot to it. Knockoff is going to be my move of choice there. And honestly, I don't really see myself clicking knockoff a lot. I feel like my moves of choice is really going to be vacuum wave and flamethrower. If Zygarde wants to come in on me, I'll probably knock it off. Maybe knock off a Yachi Berry if it's there, so that Weavile can do something. And yada yada yada. But Blaziken is just going to be coming in on cart and baiting in Zapdos / Zygarde / even Seismitoad and chipping those down for Diancie in game. And then finally, I have Mesprit. Mesprit here, its job is to enable Diancie or Garchomp to break early. I don't want to keep Diancie in the back the entire time. If things are chipped and I can get a Trick Room up, I'm so down to just get up a Trick Room and then just click Meteor Beam. Like, if it calls for it, then it calls for it. I'm so down to do it. But Mesprit's job is to, just in case I want to use Diancie as a breaker, get off another Trick Room, Healing Wish it, bring it back in, and then win again from there. And just enable that, or even enable Garchomp too if win conditions are swapped. So that's really all it's there. Ice Beam is a great middle ground click into a lot of their team. I think their only ice resist is Heatran, and like I said, Heatran's matchup kind of stinks. And if they do bring Heatran, Mesprit loves it for days because it could get a free Trick Room on it, a free Trick Room into Healing Wish on it, pivot, and it can also maybe knock off like a Shuka Berry, which also enables Diancie. So with that, that is going to be the team for week 1 of SDA Sword and Shield. Praying that I can win my week 1. If I lose, I mean, week 1s aren't real, but honestly, if I'm expecting a certain 6, I expect Zapdos, Cart, Zygarde, and then after that, it's kind of like a wild card. Probably Zam, Zapdos, Cart, Zygarde, Zam, and then honestly any of the third row, and not any combination. Like I could see like Bulu Slurpuff for like terrain shenanigans. I could see Seismitoad Heatran, I guess, as they both pair well with like dealing with like Blaziken / Weavile. I could see, I don't think I can really see Seismitoad Bulu, but I can understand Bulu for weakening Earthquakes, but I mean, a lot of what Earthquake is being weakened for, it's still dying anyway, i.e. Heatran, i.e. Gloking. So yeah, honestly, just really expecting Zap Card, Zygarde, Alakazam, and then any 2 of the third row, maybe Heatran. But if Heatran comes, Seismitoad also comes. So with that, that's going to be, like I said, week 1, and hopefully we can catch it up. If this is a movie, then, well, I guess if it's a movie or it's the game, it's just going to cut here. But I don't know. I'm just yapping at this point. Anyway, 18 minutes of me yapping. See you guys week 1. Hello, everyone. It is I. I'm here. Yes. No, it's not CGT tournament. We are in Sword and Shield, and oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm living for this. I'm living for every moment. I was making my layout, and I was like, oh my god, I was living for it. So there is going to be a little bit of a team builder portion prior if you wanted to check out like what I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, what do they have? Glow King. What the hell? Okay, they have a Glow King. Wait, where's the Kartana? Where's the Kartana? Hello? Hello? Okay, there's no Kartana. Okay. Breathe. I cannot afford to lose this. There's no Kartana. All right. There's no Kartana. I really expect a Kartana. I don't know where the hell it is, but you know, it's okay. I don't see a Kartana. We're gonna praise God. We're gonna say thank you, Jesus, for it, and we're just gonna keep it moving. Oh shoot, it's moving fast. Okay, so my lead is Excelgor. Oh, oh my God. I can't just spam A like in Scarlet Violet. Oh, this is killing me. Okay. So my lead is Excelgor. There's no cart, and everything else was kind of meh. So okay. Yeah. Okay. My lead is Kartana. That's my dedicated lead. The win condition is Diancie, like I said, in the team builder slash not team builder slash battle. Duh. Well, yeah, I guess. Ew, why is their car so basic? Anyways, let me shut up. So win condition is Diancie. We're playing a little bit HO-ish because A, I played Gen 9, and B, Kartana really shredded my team. So, you know, but okay, we have Seismitoad lead versus Excelgor. I'm actually really glad I didn't bring T-Spikes. Maybe I was coping a little bit. I wanted to bring T-Spikes so bad, but they brought their Glow King, which I think its matchup is absolute dog. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to get off a Spike. They might scout for Giga Drain. They might not. I mean, if they don't, then they don't. But all right, cool. So they scouted. I'm going to get off a Spike. And I have to remember it's 10-minute turn timer. Not like I go to 10 minutes in the regular Scarlet Violet game. But, you know, I just have to remember that. So got up a Spike on Zapdos. They might try and U-turn. How do I want to go about this, actually? I'm gonna knock off here, actually. I mean, I don't have rocks, right? I don't have rocks on anything. Nah, so I don't really think there's a point to click knock. I'm gonna toxic here, actually. I feel like if they want a defog here, then I can encore them into the defog, but otherwise, you know, like if they hurricane, then I'm Sash leave, so I'm not really too worried. But I got to spike up, and we're moving. They click defog, so I can encore them into defog, which is great. Wow, I love Excelgor. Shout out Excelgor. And now they're gonna start losing HP. Shout out Encore. Shout out Excelgor. They might try and U-turn. They might just try and get off a Hurricane. I doubt that they hard swap. If they hard swap, they would go into what? Like, you know, so. And honestly, I'm just gonna get up, what, another Spike? I mean, what's their pivot into me? Seismitoad? Like, what is the... I can spam Toxic, actually. Like, I don't really think I lose anything from that. So, I'm just going to spam Toxic until they switch out. I mean, I doubt they go, like, Alakazam on this. And if they do, I'm just going to click Knockoff. So, Excelgor proving to be great. Proving to be excellent. So, this is sitting at around 80-ish. So... They have Defog, and Zapdos is at around 80%. They go into Zygarde, so getting a Toxic off on this will be huge. Got it. Perfect. Wow, we are sitting and living lavish. My goodness. Excelgor, sweetheart. See, this is doing more work than the T-Spikes. Let me not cope anymore. Let me not cope. But now, I mean, honestly, I could knock off. I like the idea of maybe knocking off a... Yachi Berry, maybe, for like Ice Shard Weavile later on. So I'm just going to reveal knockoff. I'm going to reveal my final move here. And what item are you? Leftovers. Okay. And they glare me. Okay. That, honestly, I'll take that. They don't have any means of recovery anymore. So I will definitely take that. And honestly, I can encore them into glare. So... I'm okay with this. And if they want a DD on me or like arrows on me, I can encore them into that as well. So I'm just, wow. I'm just gaming. Honestly, I'm just gaming. If they want to pivot into Zapdos here, I mean, they can. But, you know, they coil. Okay. So I can encore them into coil. And then pivot hard Weavile. Perfect. Or, well... I can go hard Mesprit actually instead. Yeah. Actually, do I lose a lot from doing that? I mean, no, not really. I mean, the poison is going to eventually take them out. And I am Sash, right? So they have to be rest in order to be a problem. And they were lefties. So I'm actually going to Spike here. I think getting off a Spike is valuable. I can sit in front of this thing if it wants to spam Coil. I'm not worried. Coil. And Zygarde's at around 50. Glow King comes in. Okay. I'll take this. Like, Excelgor is just putting on so much pressure turn 1. Like, my Sash isn't even broken. I'm clicking knockoff. I'm going to knock off a potential Culver, a Shuka. I mean, you know, anything here. Like this is excellent for me. Knock off an Expert Belt. Okay, so what are you, like, Trick Room? Okay, so they're probably offensive. Ice Beam. I can get some intel on this. I am up on time. Not by much, though. Slowking Galar, 197. 46% on the Ice Beam. They're offensive. Yeah, they're max special attack modest. Okay, so they might be Trick Room. They were weakness policy. That could have been a little bit of a problem, so maybe I shouldn't have risked that, but it's all good. I mean, I can get up another Spike, to be honest. I don't really think I lose much. Like, why not? And I can potentially, if they're not Flamethrower, I can maybe get off another. They are Flamethrower. Okay, cool. Offensive max modest. And I'm going to die here. But Excelgor did more than enough. Knocked off a leftovers on Zygarde. Got 20% on Zapdos, half on Zygarde, and got off an Expert Belt here. So, looking now, I can just go Garchomp. I don't think I lose much from doing so. Earthquake is very free. If they do want to go into Zapdos, they are poisoned, so I'm not really too worried about it. If they want to go Slurpuff, then, I mean, I'm not worried about that either. So, an Earthquake to this thing. I didn't calc how much it should do, but I'm killing, so we're just going to click Earthquake here. I mean, I think their best switching is Zapdos, and if they want to go Zapdos, then I might just raw Sword Stance on them. So they do sack this, so that's great. I mean, it's great for Diancie. So Garchomp kills Slowking Galar. Yeah. So I mean, like, I really didn't think Glow King's matchup here was great. So I mean, all it really helps is like my win condition with Diancie. So they do decide to go into their Zapdos, and I think my course of action here is to just click Swords Dance. I mean, if they want to U-turn and make a passive play, by all means. Well, no, this is kind of my how I'm using for Diancie. So actually, I mean, how low is everything? Seismitoad's still at full health, so I don't want to kill this thing, actually. How do I deal with Alakazam? Not really all that well. I might just, honestly, if I SD, I kind of just win the game, right? I mean, yeah, I'm just going to SD. Nah, I'm just going to SD. I have to be careful about time. I never timed out in Sword and Shield way back when, but, like, I feel like, you know, I'm getting a little... They defog. Okay, wow, that's such a passive play. I'll take that. Give me that. Please. Give me that play. Abso-freaking-lutely. So no spikes are up, but I don't really care. Don't timer. Okay, good. Or don't time out. I'm a skill shot here. They have to make an aggro play into Slurpuff. They don't? Okay. I got a crit on one. Oh, they're Fizz Def. Yeah, they're Fizz Def on this. So what, are you going to, like, Hurricane? Yeah, you're going to Hurricane. You're going to land. Manifesting no C-word. Man. Do I risk it? Do I risk it, chat? Do I risk it, chat? Do I risk it, chat? I mean, odds are 30% chance they miss. Nah, I'm just going to go into Mesprit. We're not risking that. Like hell, I'm risking that. Yeah, you're crazy. Yeah, I'm just going to go into my Mesprit here. They probably Roost, play for their odds. They Hurricane and miss. So I actually could have risked it, but it's okay. Zapdos is going to die. I mean, that's I don't really like that, to be honest, because that was how I was going to use Diancie to get up a Trick Room, but it's all good. So Excelgor gets that kill. Excelgor kills Zapdos with Toxic Poison. And then also here, Slowking Galar kills Excelgor with Flamethrower. So, I mean, we're kind of sitting pretty. Why is my game glitching? Seismitoad's in. I'm fearing a knockoff. I could use this thing to break this. I need it broken for the... I mean, I have other ways to pressure Zygarde. Yeah, I need it broken for the Diancie, so I'm actually going to make an aggro. I mean, I don't think they should ever Ice Beam. If anything, they scald me. And if they burn me, then, like, you know, that's kind of unfortunate. I don't want my Citrus Berry to get knocked off. That would be, like, worst case scenario. So I'm going to make the aggressive play into the Garchomp here. And just hope they don't Scald Burn me. I'll manifest they get Rocks up too. That is also a possibility. They Ice Punch. Okay, good play. They're going to kill me, but, you know. I got Rough Skin off, is what it is. I could have not made that play. I could have just stayed in. That might have been a throw. Zygarde. Seismitoad kills Garchomp with... Seismitoad kills Garchomp with Ice Punch. That might have been a throw, but it's all good. I wish I was weakness policy. Anyway, I can go Weavile here, knock off a potential item. The whole idea is to chip things down for Diancie Trick Room. That is the plan. I don't want to go into potential Blaziken, although Blaziken is kind of useless at this point. This is kind of tricky. I can't lie. I'm going to go Weavile here. I think that's the play I have to make. And then I go for a knockoff. Chip this thing. I need this thing chipped. I need it chipped. The fact they went for Ice Punch also kind of shocks me, but it's all good. I'm going to... I mean, it's a good middle ground, I guess. I mean, I could have been Energy Ball on Mesprit, but... Knockoff here. AV. Okay, they're AV with Drain Punch. I'm completely throwing. Holy crap. All right, well, okay. AV's gone. I'm just throwing. Holy crap, I'm throwing. Oh my god, I'm throwing. Okay. How do I win this game at this point? I'm just throwing. Holy crap, I'm just throwing. Oh my god, I'm throwing. Oh my god, I'm throwing. Okay, think. If Zam is Sash, that's a problem. But I just... do they not have knockoff? Like, I can go for Ice Beam here, chip it down that way. Diancie can still win this game. Okay. All right, I go Mesprit here. I'm completely throwing this game away. I'm completely throwing this game away. All right. I mean, okay. My play here is the Ice Beam. Chip this thing down for Diancie. I mean, I just threw away all my pieces. They go for Ice Punch. Okay. No F word. That's their best way to hit me? Okay. I'm going to Ice Beam again. I guess this is their best way in hitting me. I just have to hope for no F word. They C word me? Do they F word me too? Okay, no. They don't F word me. Holy crap. Alakazam is starting to become more and more of a problem. I might have to make an aggro play into Blaziken. Does Blaziken kill here? If they're like max attack, they're definitely max attack here. Does Blaziken live a hit from a Seismitoad if they click like Liquidation? If they're like max attack, not likely. Yes, I live. Most of the time. And Aura Sphere kills this thing. I have to keep this thing healthy, so I have to make this play. This is not a throw, guys. This play isn't a throw. I have to make it. There's good news and there's bad news. So if they make the play into Slurpuff and their Belly Drum, then I think I just lose. They Power Whip me and they miss. Oh, dope. I'm gonna Aura Sphere because I have to. And this should drop. Okay, they're dead. Holy crap! Wow, I'm throwing. Oh, the throw is so real. Okay, Sazatill's dead. Thank God. I mean, okay. Addison once said you can be down in numbers, but if what is chipped is chipped, you still can win. I'm coping a little bit, but anyway, Zygarde's in, Zygarde's now. Ooh, so arrows is gonna do a lot. I cannot afford to switch. So I think I kind of just have to click Aura Sphere and then just accept that it is what it is. Aura Sphere should do a decent amount to this thing. I'm throwing. Holy crap. Crit! They glare me. What the hell? Okay, wait, period. Wait, period, wait, period. Period, 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 period. Okay, so here's, okay. I'm +2, right? I'm +2, but I'm also paralyzed. If Slurpuff is Belly Drum, and I'm sitting at +4, I don't outpace it, right? No, that's not how that works. So I insta-lose. Do I go Mesprit? And then I insta-lose if the Slurpuff is Belly Drum. Like, I insta-lose. So do I go Diancie? No, I can't go Diancie. I think I have to go into Mesprit. Yeah, I have to go into Mesprit because otherwise I can't position in a way that the Slurpuff can win. Yeah, I can't position in a way that Belly Drum Slurpuff can win. I can't do that. So I'm going to have to swap, unfortunately, because Slurpuff I could get paralyzed. I cannot kill. They could be Citrus Berry, and then I just insta-lose. So I have to go Mesprit, and I just have to hope that... the Alakazam isn't Sash. That's number one. I threw away Weavile. That was such a dumb play by me. I didn't want to get knocked off, and then my Mesprit goes, but... Oh, I can Healing Wish. Wait, hello? Wait, I have Healing Wish. Oh my god, wait. Okay, I just need to Trick Room here. There's Zam. Okay. I'm at 143. Can I get any intel on if this is Sash or Life Orb at my range? I'm so low on time. Shadow Ball has a 30% chance to kill me if they're just Sash. Okay, so odds are in my favor to live. My play here is to click Trick Room. Or is my play here to click Knock Off and then Trick Room? No, my play here is to click Trick Room because otherwise I can knock off the following turn. Yeah, my play here is to Trick Room. I have to Trick Room here. They are Shadow Ball. The odds are they're Life Orb if they kill me. Okay, I think they're Life Orb. All right. Judging from this, they're Life Orb. So now my play here is to go Diancie. I have to click Trick Room here, and then I have to play in a way that they are Life Orb. Because odds are they don't kill me there. So I go for a Trick Room. Energy Ball should not kill me. This is so close for no reason whatsoever. I completely just... Yeah. If they're Life Orb, max they're doing to me is 70. Okay. They just click Shadow Ball. Okay, that's perfect. 217. 29% with Shadow Ball. They are Life Orb. Yep, they're Life Orb. All right, so now I can Meteor Beam here. How much Slurpuff? If... Yeah, I have to Meteor Beam. I have no other play, I think. Do I kill with a Moonblast? No, I have to Meteor Beam. All right, let's click it. Oh, man. Oh, I'm getting week 1 ICP vibes with Steela, except it's not a 6-0. Okay, I landed. All right, so this is dead. Oh my god, massive throwing session. Massive throwing session. But with that, Diancie, our win condition, is going to win the video game. You know what? Maybe it wasn't a throw. Nah, I'm joking. That was definitely a throw. That was definitely a throw. I mean, I didn't want to get knocked off. I don't know. Now I'm coping with my ideology. So I'm gonna Moonblast here. That's my only play. They reveal Citrus and their Unburdened procs. Then my Blaziken is actually faster due to it being in Trick Room. And that should be a secured win. Moonblast to a Slurpuff at +1 does 99 to 116 if they're max HP. So it should always die. And then with that, my friends, oh, they're, okay, they're really bulky. Oh, wait. Oh, this is 31 IV. Well, they don't kill me with any one hit, so. Oh. Oh. They don't kill me, right? Oh, no, I'm a Diancie. Grow by. Okay, so that is going to be week 1 of the SDA, and man, I'm already sick. Oh, God, that was really bad. That was really bad. The game started so great, and then it just, but you know what? It worked out. We got the Seismitoad chip down. It died. We positioned in a way where potential Belly Drum Slurpuff could not win, and you know what? We take that. Now, it would be shocking if I said, or if I didn't deny, that I already made transactions. Yes, I made transactions. So I picked up Gengar, and Gengar, I'm looking at my schedule, and Gengar freaking sucks. And I also don't know why I picked Gengar in a gen where Spectrier is running around, and people want to pick up Darks and Normals, like, duh, because of course that's what you're supposed to do. So I don't know why I did that. But we dropped Gengar, and we dropped Credilly, and we secured Lycanroc Dusk, which has so many more better matchups than Gengar does. Also keeping our 110 tier as well, and we picked up Thwacky as our grass, which I think also takes hits from Dracovish better, but that's neither here or there. So those are our transactions. You'll see them within, later on. But yeah, your boy won by the skin of my teeth, considering there wasn't a Kartana, so I played like complete dog. But you know what? It's okay. It's not about how you race. It's about how you finish the race. I completely butchered that, but it is what it is. You get it. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for the week 1 game. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I love my comeback into Gen 8, and yeah. So thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in 10 seconds, 5 seconds, or in 7 days. Probably be 10 seconds. So I'll see you in 2. Deuces.